And we are live. Welcome back, everybody, anybody, whoever wants to join in. Happy to have you. I am here back with the prototype that I've been working on. Just essentially trying to figure out little ins and outs of Unreal Engine as I attempt to make a very basic game. Hopefully. That is the goal. So, without further ado, that's right. I was trying to get some type of like menus working because ultimately I would like to be able to load levels. The levels will be basic, but I want to be able to like click on a level, that loads, set whatever goal in the level, and then complete the level, move on to the next one. And I felt like the best place to like figure out menus is going to be the pause menu, at least for now. I do know that something's going to have to change in regards to the resolution, because I just kind of took this little thing and stretched it. Oh. Oh. Would you look at that? I don't think that was... I mean, I'm sure it's always been there, but I don't remember seeing that the last time I clicked and dragged on it. All right, let's see here. Levels generated. What? Oh, are these the little box meshes? Level prototyping. Oh, I see. Okay. Weird that it doesn't I guess these are just folders, but didn't show like any sort of file there. Map 1. So I think mechanically it's enough for now. I'll add things later as I like make levels, but you know, you get 1 dash per time you're in the air, and you just gotta... Oh wait, did that stop when I held left click? It does feel like it kind of... No, maybe not. I thought it slowed down a little bit when I held left click, because previously in the last stream that I did, I was trying to prevent the dash from charging. If I like held left click before it hit the ground and let go, and it would charge with no UI or anything like that. But I fixed that since then. But I should... I have it bound to tab. That's right. The pause menu is currently bound to tab for the reason that for the reason of escape by default closing the preview window. Yep, that's a pause menu. Now I want to figure out how to bind resume. Oh, interesting. It seems like tab has another default functionality in the engine when you have something highlighted. So right now resume is highlighted technically. Hit tab again. You can see now there's this little blue line around quit. Okay. I think it was like shift escape was the recommendation from Bacon Guy last time. So I might do that. It's hard to see because she's right out of frame, but Siren is right here. Right here. Giddy. If you would go lay in your bed, that'd be great. Let's get you in your bed, yeah? You gonna take the suggestion? In your bed. Just stay laying down. So I guess right now I would like I would like the resume button to close out of the pause menu. Oh, we're gonna have this little battle here again, are we? I'd say a good solid like 15 minutes of the stream just existing is me trying to get Siren in her bed or trying to wrangle her, taking away my attention. I can't even imagine like the amount of time it takes me to mentally get back on track because of that. I love you, girl, but you are the biggest distraction ever. Because you just don't lay down. You just want to be all over the place. 99% of the time it's cute, and then 1% of the time it's a little bit frustrating. I love you, but I got a thing I'm trying to do here, girl. Okay. Where's that cat cam? There it is. You get to look at her feet and her tail while she like leans over trying. Yep, there she goes. All right, you're just going on the ground actually. I love you, but I would like to actually try to get some things done. And right back. She came right back. Oy, okay. It's been a long, busy day. Work was long and busy. But it's over now. Now on to other work. Okay, so now I just need to remind myself exactly how the heck I'm even calling the functionality for the pause menu. Okay, enhanced input action pause. Okay, that's right. So we got add to viewport, show mouse cursor. Okay. How in the heck am I going to grab the functionality from a button in the menu? On clicked, on released. That's right. On released. And where is that? On released button. Okay. Don't you do it. I see you eyeing it over there in the corner. Don't you come over on this keyboard. Get a hangout over there. Oh, there you go. You're figuring it out. All right. So I just need to set visibility to hidden, right? Yeah, essentially I just need this right here. I'm worried if I try to just bring this over here, something's not going to work. I don't, yeah. Property associated with UMG pause cannot be found in game/UI/UI pause .UI pause _C. Now I just got to figure out what that even means. What property are you referring to? Oh, that's right. I was trying to figure out interfaces in dispatchers last time. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's going to be a challenge, isn't it? Oh boy. Okay. I could probably just delete that, target a self pile. I have to click on the menu in order for it to like be able to highlight any of this. If I just hit pause and then highlight over it, doesn't do anything, and I click it and now the menu is selected. Man, also, what in the heck are these vertical lines? Like, I have just ignored them this whole time. I assume that has something to do with like the lowered rendering settings of the viewport. But these vertical lines that show up, I don't know what they're from. They're in every default project as far as I can tell. I wouldn't even know where to start in getting rid of those. I'm hoping it's just some type of like rendering artifact that comes up from just the render settings of the viewport itself. I don't even know where that would be fixed at. Okay. So right now there's a little bit of an issue. The menu itself is not selected until I click it and then hit resume. And also if I hit the menu button again, it doesn't do anything, but when I hit it a second time, it works. Oh, okay. That time it's highlighting now. First go. See, look at that. Now it's highlighting. What could that be from? I'm sure it's in the terrible way that I have this coded. Because I essentially just copy and pasted this from my pause logic over here, which now that I'm looking at this, I don't even know if this should be in this blueprint here. It feels a bit odd to have the pause logic in the blueprint for the ball itself. It's not like you're ever going to control anything aside from the ball. Well, that's not true. I was going to say in the main menu, you're not controlling the ball, but in the main menu, I don't think you would need to pause the game. You know, it's just, you're already in a menu. So I guess that should be okay. I don't know. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is kind of like my just hacked together way right now. But I would not be surprised if that is the source of my issues that I'm facing right here in regards to like the pause menu not just immediately highlighting these. I have to like click it and then it highlights. Okay. Wondering if I should just move on to other menus and come back and fix that, or if I should try to fix that now so I don't create the same issue in other menus that I'm trying to create. I'm going to say the former, or sorry, not the former. I'm going to say the latter, actually. I think the latter is going to be the better option. I should probably figure out why that's happening so that I don't just repeat the mistake across different menu logic. Okay, so let's see here. Where would I even start on trying to figure this out? I guess Google. Let's try to find some forums on pause menu implementations. Simple pause menu. That's probably going to be what I need to look at. Let's take a gander at this video. Oh, what is this UI on YouTube? We got bubbles now? We doing bubbles now on YouTube? That's weird. Feels new. Oh, you can't see it because cat cam and my own cam too. Here, let me turn off the cat cam and the face cam. Like, look at this. Look at, we got little bubbles here. All right, face cam back on, cat cam back on. Let's try to figure out how the heck to fix my pause menu.
How to make a very simple pause menu. It's gonna be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. But first, check out the link in the description.
Okay, so it seems like, yeah, when he hits the pause menu, it immediately lets him highlight the options here.
Continue Unreal Engine Fact Tutorial, and today I'm
Same
gonna show
with-
you on how to make a very simple pause.
I can't tell if he has to hit the pause menu multiple times, but I don't imagine he would. You know what? Actually, let me see if that is an issue with having the pause menu on tab. Before I change what escape does, let me just hit like put it on a random key. So let's go to input, actions, input action pause. There we go. Right? Oh, no, maybe not. Actually, okay, no, it's not the input action. It's going to be the IMC. Pause. Let's just do like the 1 key. See if that still acts the same. Save that. Eventually, I think I will just need to change the binding for closing the preview menu. Yep, it's doing the same thing here. Let's resume. Yep. So oh, I can highlight now, but if I press 1, it does nothing until I press it again. But now it's letting me highlight, whereas before it wouldn't highlight. I'd have to like click, like it was a separate window I was having to select. Okay, so if I do anything here, like I'm clicking around with mouse click, because that's how you charge up the dash. And I press 1. Didn't work, gotta press 1 again. And also it's not highlighting until I click on it, as if this is like a whole separate window I have to click on and select, as if I'm in Chrome or something. Okay. So it doesn't seem like that's because of tab. It seems like that is just some type of flaw in the way that I am doing my logic for the pause menu. So I think because of that, we're going to go back and take a look at this video.
Pause menu. It's gonna be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. But first, check out the link in the description to get out some Unreal Engine courses on Winfox. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and create a new user interface widget blueprint. It's gonna be a normal widget. It's gonna be called WB_pause menu. So this is basically gonna be the UI itself, and where we're gonna go ahead and have all the buttons
as a preface. Okay, interesting.
So in the palette, we're gonna go ahead and search for a canvas panel.
I use that instead of
add it
UMG.
into the hierarchy over here. Now, if for some reason you didn't see any of these windows, you can just go into window and then open up the palette, hierarchy, etc. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So the first thing that we're gonna go ahead and add is a vertical box.
And this whole YouTube UI looks different. Like even just like the key moments, like the most replayed moments, it's not red anymore. I don't think they're doing the whole, here, look, kind of see it now. It used to be like almost like a flamingo red here, like a pinkish red in the scroll wheel or the slider, but it's not anymore. Yeah, this is a whole UI overhaul.
Let's go ahead and create a new user interface widget blueprint. It's gonna be a normal user widget. It's gonna be called WB_pause menu. So it's basically gonna be the UI itself, and where we're gonna go ahead and have all the buttons and stuff. So in the palette, we're gonna go ahead and search for a canvas panel and just add it into the hierarchy over here.
I've done that.
Now, if for some reason you didn't see any of these
Can we
windows,
get a speed up?
Window and then open up the palette, hierarchy, etc. Okay. So the first thing that we're gonna go ahead and add is a vertical box. So now we can just go ahead and place all the buttons that we need, and it will automatically place all together. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and kind of center this and get anchors. You just put them in corner. This is just important to make sure that the widget will basically in the UI will rescale if whichever the window resolution changes and stuff. So now
I didn't do any of that. Hang on a second. Just kind of freestyled it, to be honest. Where is my UI? UI pause. Oh, it's literally open right here. I don't want the event graph. I want, okay, window, palette. No. Something's not right here. What is that? Why don't I have this or the details panel? Why is details down here? What is happening? Oh, designer and graph. I love Unreal so far, but there are random little inconsistencies like that. Whereas, you know, if you're in a blueprint here, you got all these little tabs that you can switch between. Your event graphs here. And I'm pretty sure I could just open it back up again. I thought I could do that through window, but the point is there's no little button right here that says like designer and graph. You know, that would feel like trying to put buttons for the viewport and the event graph, which they're just tabs right here. That's kind of concerning. I don't know how, if I close the event graph, how I would reopen it. Details palette, blueprint, replace compiler, blah blah blah, components, viewport. Yeah, I don't know how I would reopen the event graph if I closed it. Screw it. I'm trying it. We're gonna figure it out right now. Get thrown in the deep end. Okay. Nope. Is it now in the window? Nope. Maybe view? Bruh, I have no idea how I'm going to open the event graph. Oh, right here, event graph. Look at that. Event graph. Boom. See, like, stuff's just in random spots. Like, there's not, like, when you look at it, when you just glance at Unreal, it looks like very refined and consistent, but there's a lot of like visual inconsistencies that I've noticed that are similar to that. Like event graphs down here, but in the UI, like there's nothing like that over here. You got to go to designer and graph. Okay, yeah, I just kind of freestyled this menu. Everything's just floating. Like I'm pretty sure I just copied transforms. Oh, hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm just working on a pause menu and was just complaining about how some of the menus in Unreal Engine are a little inconsistent. Like, you know, the window where I look at what I'm actually making and the window where I code this bit that I'm making, I got to switch between buttons up at the top. And that's only for UI, like the user interface. But if I was like looking at an object or a character in this case, there's no buttons over here in the top right. I have to like go through these little tabs, which I wish the UI had these little tabs up here, or the UI menus had these little tabs up here. But that's what I was ranting about. Sometimes it's a little inconsistent. Also just realizing that I probably didn't make this pause menu right. I think there's like a separate little box that I need to have in the middle that these are all bound to, but I just kind of freestyled it. Agreed. There is a lot of user friendliness. Like at a first glance, it is a very user friendly engine, but there's just a lot of random inconsistencies like that sometimes make it a bit more difficult to learn. I'm looking at this tutorial here for UI because the issue I'm having, I don't know if you saw me complaining about it already, but the issue I'm having is the pause menu doesn't always come up on the, oh, that's right, I changed it to 1. Doesn't always come up the first time I press the button. And same with the buttons here. They don't like highlight and I can't click on them until I actually click again and then, you know, click it. So I don't know if that's just because this is a little preview window and not like a full screened game. I don't know if that's the issue. But sometimes I have to double press things for them to come up. So I'm watching a little tutorial to see what I did wrong or if there's a better way to create that.
Place all together, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and kind of center this. And
yeah, I have to press things multiple times, usually twice before it actually pops up. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I do need to press it twice. I don't know what that's about, but hopefully this tutorial will show me the way.
And get the anchors, you just put them in corner and will automatically.
As I was watching this tutorial, I'm seeing now he's talking about like extra little boxes inside boxes. I only have just one box and I just kind of threw in buttons and text in there. So let's get these other boxes that I can anchor stuff to.
All together, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and kind of center this and get the anchors. You just put them in corner. This is just important to make sure that the widget will basically and the UI will rescale if whichever the window resolution changes and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, so gotta get a vertical box. Oh, maybe canvas panel. Appreciate you hanging out, though. Hope your day is going well. Wait, what's to prevent this thing from also, like, flopping around if the resolution changes? Hang on. He probably did something else.
So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and add is a vertical box.
Okay.
So now we can just go ahead and place all the buttons that we need and it will automatically place all together. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and kind of center.
No, you just kind of freestyle drag that, didn't you?
This is just important to make sure that the widget will basically and the UI will rescale if whichever the window resolution changes and stuff.
Okay, well, I will do that right now. Yes, customer service is no fun. I agree. Customer disservice is a lot more fun. Although I don't think they have jobs for that. What are these scaled? 160 by 45. Let's do like 200 by 1,000? No, it's a little too far. Holy moly. Okay, that's way too far down. By 500? Could probably make this a little wider, maybe like 400. Okay, then position X, 0. Oh, anchor alignment, maybe? Where was that? Anchor. Center. Oh. It just puts it in the corner, doesn't it? Make it 9,000. 9,000. Way off screen down here. There's really no way to center this, is there? There's gotta be. Hang on. I don't believe there's no way to center that. Perfectly center it. Though I didn't see him center it at all. He just kind of freestyle threw it in there.
Inside of this, and then we can just rename this to be the resume.
Yeah. This is probably good enough. There's no snapping or anything in this. Can I get a snap, please? Position grid snap. I don't think that worked. Back to 4. Oh my gosh. I just can't help but feel like there's a better way.
Button, and then we're gonna go ahead and let me just put the R correctly. We can just go ahead and get the text and just put it inside of the button itself, and now we can just put this to be reserved.
What?
And now I think that I like to do,
you can just drag and drop the text like that and to like position it manually.
Just change a bit
the
colors of basically the UI and stuff. So
Siren, this is not a loaf spot.
Put them
I'm sorry.
to be white.
And she's just full loaf
color, just a bit darker
on top of the mouse and keyboard.
And
hello.
You can of course customize as you want the buttons. And then another thing that we're gonna go ahead and do is just
right
duplicate this
there.
button, and now we'll have the exit.
By some miracle, if you stay,
Okay.
nope, she's already down.
And then we're gonna change the text to be.
All right, you can just stay there if you want. You're a little out of the way enough, I'd say.
Exit. And then we can go. Into the exit button, and then just add some padding on the top. So for example, 35, something like that. So now we have resume and exit.
I just put text
now,
freely in it.
To do, even though we're not gonna implement the functionality today, we're gonna duplicate this and put in options button. Now I do have a tutorial on a simple options menu, so I will be basically leaving it in the description, just in case you want to basically go ahead and look at it. So it's gonna be basically options, and then again the padding on the top is gonna be 35. So now it's all nice and neat and separate from each other and in a cool list.
Kitty.
So let's go quickly and add some functionality of the main buttons. So the easiest one and the fastest one is going to be exit. So let's start
She
with
thinks
this one.
she's the star of the show.
Into the events.
But she probably is. I think it's her show. I'm a guest star in it.
So on the click for the exit is quit game. And that's it. We'll basically quit the game. Now, if for whatever reason you already have a pause menu and you want to, a main menu, you want to go into that main menu, you can just go ahead and open level by name and just put the main menu here. Now, I also have a main menu tutorial, so I'll be linking it in the description just in case you want to take a look. So in that case, I'm going to just plug in quit game for the purpose of this tutorial. It's going to see quit. Okay. So now what we're going to do is click the resume button, and then on clicked, what we want to do is put this a bit down.
Yeah, she definitely is the star.
Set game pause.
I just trying to get my screen time in.
Basically remove from parent, which is here. So later on from the player, we'll implement the functionality that this will basically enable, and here it will basically disable. Okay, so now I'm also gonna
see. I don't want to do it like that. I don't want to remove from parent. have it done differently, where it's going to verify the widget. Because if it removes from parent and then adds another to parent, I'm just going to be creating menu entities over and over again. I'd rather just have one entity that's always there in the background that's made visible or invisible and inaccessible. I won't do that part. Maybe that's what's causing my issue though.
Now select everything, press C, it's gonna be resume, so it's all nice and neat and organized. Great, like I mentioned before, the options menu, I'm not gonna do it today because I already have to turn that, so I'll be linking it in the description. Okay, so now let's go ahead and be able to open this panel from the player key. Now there's one more thing that I want to do into this UI, and it's quickly just make it a bit prettier by just getting a blur and just putting the background blur. It's going to be just on top of the vertical box.
Blur.
And then it's going to be the whole anchors on the screen, and all this set to 0 and 0. So
that's a great idea. Wait, 0 and 2. What? I still don't know if I really understand how the anchors work. Right now I just have this like darkened little box here. So should these... Okay. Zero. Zero? Zero? Yeah, look at that. Okay. Why is that not snapping like the other one did? Snaps there, but not down here. That's not snapping on the right spot either. Oh. Holding control updates. Oh, look at that. Is that it? Snap, yep. Snap, damn you. Okay. So maybe I should put the button inside the box. So, quit button. And then rename, resume button. Put the resume button inside the box as well. Put that above that one. And he said padding. Where is the padding? Right here. Okay. Oh, I can just set like a universal padding all around it. Like 20? It ain't bad. Okay. Then maybe text. Can I just put text in the vertical box as well? Where are the other kitties and doggos? Domino is, I don't know where she is. Sometimes she's in the other bed, the other side of the room here. I'm sure Sherman and Diesel are watching out the front window for people that they can harass. What a name. Wow, 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 wow. What are you making? Well, I am making a simple little game while trying to learn Unreal Engine. Right now, it's just a simple little ball that you can hold, charge. You get one jump before you get back to the ground. You can jump again. You can also dash while in the air, and it slows down while you charge the dash. That little meter tells you how much your dash is charged. And you also get one dash before you get back onto the ground. So what I'm going to do with that right now, not sure. I'm leaning more towards like some type of little simple golf platformer. Just platform the little floating golf greens or putting greens and maybe like sand traps. I don't know. And then just eventually get to the end. Yeah, just learning something simple. That'll be fun. right now I'm using this opportunity to figure out how to make a pause menu and just menus in general. Because my thought process is I'm working on the menus so that I can have the levels load up. Like just go from a main menu to a level, go to from the start point on that level to the end point on that level, and then be able to like go in the order that I want, go back to main menu if I want to. That's my goal right now. And then once I have that in order, excuse me, I'll actually build stuff in the level to do, like obstacles or, you know, platforms, whatever. Work a little bit more. No, probably not. I probably won't do anything visual yet. Probably wait until I get levels built, and then after that, maybe work on visuals of it. Turn this ball into an actual golf ball. Make the platforms look like actual grass and so on. I'm thinking underneath it all, like the lava that you fall into, it's probably just gonna be water, just like you're out in an open ocean or something. I don't know why there'd be floating golf platforms out in the open ocean, but why would there be floating golf platforms? You know, you just got to suspend your disbelief for a little bit. Okay, and then the padding on the paused, let's just make the bottom of it like 20. Floor turns lava. No, it's not going to be actual lava. It's just more of like when you fall into that layer in the world, like you get either put back to a checkpoint or you just can't progress from there. You have to go back and redo something. Maybe just the whole level. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll have you try to go higher and higher and higher in the level, and then eventually you just kind of fall down into water that you got to get out of. But just like the base level that's underneath all the platforms. I said lava just because that's like, you know, something you fall into. Could do like a lava level. I don't know. Maybe there could be like different environments that have different things that are the base floor. But I'm just picturing water at the bottom and then the little floating grass platforms, the greens. It's not like I'm going to do anything with it, but I want to just add another button in here, just a pause button, just to, not a pause button, sorry, an options button, just to like visually fill it out so I can scale this little center box how I want it to be scaled. Let's just put another button in there. Maybe don't duplicate the resume button because that has some functionality on it already. Let's duplicate the quit button because that does not have any functionality. Rename, options. Text. Oh, right here. Options, sure. Why not? So in that video I was watching, he just dragged and dropped text into the button and oh, okay. Yeah, it actually got smaller. I could have swore that I had to manually position that. Maybe I'm not remembering it properly, but I definitely don't remember being able to just drag and drop this. You sure can drag and drop it. All right. I was wrong. Perfect. All right. The good old text block button. Essential. Okay. This already bold. Can I like bold in this? Is that a thing? Is there like formatting options like that? Like italicize and bold? Probably not. Because those are technically separate fonts. Fun fact, when you're creating a document or like a Word document and you change something from bold or to italicized or I think underlined as well, it's technically a separate font that's just installed like as a package with that. So I don't know if this is only just looking at one singular font and not able to look at packages. No, I don't want to do it that way. Hold Control. Do it like this. Indeed. I swear there's got to be a way to snap. I don't know how to snap it. Like, I want this snapped to the very center of the screen. The guy in the video did not do anything like that. He just kind of freestyle threw this in here and then let it be. Let's go back to where it was, because I think it was decently centered before. So maybe... Nope. It's just a little bit higher than it should be. Is there a transform menu? Transform. Translation. No. What does that do? Oh. That's what it does. We got wide menu here. Wide menu. I don't know if I need a menu this wide, but it's possible. Look at that. All right, we're going back to thin menu. Putting our menu on a diet. I did add a third button just to fill it in visually, just so I can scale this how I want it to be. Eventually I'll put an options menu in the pause menu, or accessible from the pause menu, but right now it's just there. They don't do nothing yet. No, I don't see any kind of like transform. What is shear? You can make a tilted looking menu too. Look at that. Why would I ever need this? I don't understand what the point of that is. But it's there. Someone wanted to use it. Someone wants a tilted menu that's illegible. Power of Unreal, baby. Okay. Now back to the struggle of trying to figure out how to get this centered. I want just like a transform button, like or transform slider. If I can show you an example. Oh, it's translation here. Okay. That's what I meant. Okay, so I just take the whole box. Nope, not like that. I don't think that's right either, because I think it's just translation or like an offset from where the anchors are. So that's not really what I want either. I want the anchors themselves to be centered. I don't know, maybe it's fine for now. Maybe I don't need to worry about it too much. I thought there'd be a way to like snap it, but I do not see that. Whatever, that's fine. That's good enough for now. Oh. I don't know when that happened. Okay. Yeah, I'll put that blur on too that he was talking about. It seemed kind of like a nice little addition. Blur. Background blur. Oh. Put that right here, I guess. use again? Is it offset? How did you get that to snap?
First on the screen, and all this set to 0 and 0, so it will extend in the whole screen.
There's no offset left or top in my menu. There was for this box, but not for the background blur. There's position. There's no offset changes. If it go up, no. I have to snap this as well here. Oh, now there is. I guess if it's the same size as your anchors, you might not get that option. I guess. I don't know. All right, I don't think I've actually made any progress on the issue that I was having before. I was just wasting time looking at sliders and anchors and such.
And the pattern is going to be something as 3. Sorry, the padding, not the blur strength. It's going to be something as 3.
Oh, strength. Okay. I will change the strength then. Blur strength. 3. Kind of want to just see how that looks right now. Hey, look at that. It is blurred. That's cool. Well, options and quit don't do anything right now, but resume does work. But I still have to like double press the pause, and occasionally, I think it's if I actually, yeah, if I, you know what? I'm realizing that the mouse is not going away now when I unpause. Maybe that's my issue. We got to make the mouse. There's a node here somewhere. Yeah, show mouse cursor. Okay. Wait, did I not already put that here? Graph, show mouse cursor. No, it's set to unchecked, so it should uncheck show mouse cursor when I release the resume button. So what are anchors? I'm still kind of figuring that out myself, but from what I understand, my very basic understanding is I think they're like snapping points. So for example, if you had something anchored to the center, no matter how much you scale the resolution between like 1080p or like 1440p or like 4K, it should still stay in the center of the screen rather than like, you know, if I make a menu in 1080p and then someone plays the game in 4K, the menu might only be like, how do I make it look proportional? It might only be like in the top corner because it was made for 1080p. But if the anchors are set to like be on the corners, you know, then like no matter how big the resolution is, it should stay centered. It's my basic understanding. I don't know if that's fully correct, but that's what I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But I'm still figuring out the nuances of how these anchors work. Okay, so oh, I know what the problem is. Problem is this is a flip-flop. So every time I press it, it's going to go flop to A, then to B, then to A, then to B. So if I press A, or if I press it once, it goes the A route. But if I don't use the same button to press it, then it's still on A. So like even if I close it with the resume button, then it's still waiting to go to B. So I'll essentially be pressing close with resume, and then hitting this, it's still going to go to B where it's trying to close a window that's not even there anymore. I think that's what it was. I think I got it now. I just got to fix it. So how was your day, friend? It was actually pretty busy. Pretty busy day. Usually the first couple of days of the month at work are the busiest. There's lots of like reports and such to send out, and I mean mainly just like reports and emails. A lot of reports and emails to run in the first couple of days of the month. But the day is over, and most of my beginning of the month stuff is done now. There's still just a couple small things I got to do, but I can do that tomorrow. Same, yeah. Beginning of the month is always very busy. Okay, so yeah, I think this is my problem. Is A. How do I reset a flip-flop back to A? It's probably going to be something like something to do with this Boolean here. But how would I do it? So I think I need to have a way to communicate between my ball blueprint and the UI blueprints. And that's where the dispatcher comes in, which I don't really understand yet. As far as I know, dispatchers are a way to communicate information between blueprints, but I don't really understand how they work yet. I'm gonna have to watch another video on that. Annual enrollment period is also currently happening, and it's always so many more people calling because of it. Oh yeah, that sounds tough. That sounds like a very busy period. Very, very busy. But hopefully it all clears up soon. The rest of the month will just be boring. Let's finish this guy's video.
And another thing to do is get an image real quick, put it right on top of the background blur, and set the anchors to be the whole screen again, and put the offset to be 0, 0. And then we can get the tint, just put it in to be more darker, and then get the opacity to put it in something like 0.25.
Oh, he used an image. I used a border.
Over here, and it separates
Yes,
from
it's
the
the same thing.
to the buttons. Great. And also I'm gonna add a quick text over here. It's gonna say,
Here's to hoping, or even better, and job change of some kind. That'd be cool too if that's what you want. You know, whatever works best for you, I hope that's what happens. Some people are content in the positions they have, and some people just can't stand it. So if you're in the boat of can't stand it, then I wish the best in finding a better position.
Pause menu, real quick. There we go. Put it over here. It's gonna be a bit centered, and then the font is gonna be a bit bigger. And then we're going to just put it over here real quick, and then put the anchors to be on the corners so we can rescale correctly. Great. Now we can go ahead and close it. And now what we're going to do is go into the third-person character blueprint and open this up. Now, of course, you're using any other character blueprint, you can go ahead and use that one. So we have two ways of doing this. We can just go ahead and
so you do
type
put the summoning pause logic in the character. That's what I was concerned about. Maybe it needed to be a separate
blueprint. So just go into the input folder in your content example content browser. Go into actions, and then we can go ahead and just search for input action. It's gonna be EA_pause game.
Okay, I've done that already.
Over here. Let me see if I can change it.
Already got the input action for that, and put it into the IMC.
Let's go ahead and open this, and the only thing that we have to change here is trigger when paused, because the game will be paused, and we want to press escape again to resume. So
trigger when paused. I feel like I already did that. I feel like that sounds familiar. I think I remember doing the trigger when paused. Input actions. Pause. Trigger when paused. Yes. I think it was a different viewer that told me to do that. I've been here for 3 years and it's time. Well, gotta get looking then. Hope you find something good. There's probably a lot of good jobs out there that are just, you know, sitting unfulfilled.
We're gonna put that on, and then we just need to go into the collection and just in the mappings we can just add a new one and then put on here the pause game. And now it's gonna be with the escape key, so you can just click in here and press the escape key on your keyboard. Now we can go ahead and close this, go into the third person character and search for EA_pause game. It's gonna be the first one with the arrow, and then on started, what we're going to do is go ahead and create a new variable. It's gonna be pause menu open, and basically we're gonna go ahead and get it and make a branch. So if actually what we're gonna do is make a not boolean, so it will be a bit better. So if it's not opened, we're gonna go ahead and create it. So just create widget from the true. The class is gonna be our pause menu that we have just created. The only input is gonna be get.
See, that's what I need. I need to be able to set boolean for is a the true if the pause menu is not open. If it's not open, it needs to always go back to A. Okay. The comment right. Oh, sorry. I didn't notice I missed one. It would still be with the same company, but hopefully somewhere off the phones at least. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Moving on up. Yeah, it's good when you can find a better position in the same company that is proportional to the amount of time and dedication you put into that same company. Some companies have that, some companies don't. So just whatever works out best for you. If the company you're working for has that option of like a proportional promotion, then absolutely take it. Pause menu open. I could just say is paused. I don't need to put all those extra words in it. Is paused. Fingers crossed. All right. Is paused. Get. Convert to branch. Oh, wait, I think I can just do it like that. Yes, true. Move all this junk over. Let's disconnect this. Put that guy right there. Probably figure out how he actually puts the logic into this. Oh. I guess, no, I do have to use a branch because I can't really put a not. I could just make it is not paused, but that feels like a weird variable to have. I might as well just do a traditional branch. So is paused, get not. Not. Okay, and then branch. Okay. Which this is the same exact thing as what I just did, except I'm able to plug in this little not. So is not paused. True. Why did he do that? I could have just branched it off from false. Why do this is like a double negative. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. I feel pretty confident that I can just pull it off of the false. That's silly. That feels silly. Yeah, just pull it off of false. And anything you would have pulled from false on anything you would have done from false, just do it from true instead.
There we go. And then what to do is right click and promote it to a variable. It's gonna be our pause menu widget. It's just so we can delete it afterwards. And then what we're going to do is just add it to the viewport so it will be in the player's screen. And then what we're going to do is finally set the game to be paused over here. So it's going to be true. There we go. And then in false, actually, first of all, the first thing I want to do in true is actually set it to be, well, true, because now we are, of course, with the menu opened. And in false, well, basically we'll set it to
good idea. Oh no, because it's still going into the flip-flop. Maybe I shouldn't use a flip-flop. Maybe I could just use this. We'll try that. I'm gonna get rid of the flip-flop here. Then I kind of gotta cross wires. Which is fine. Just gotta reorganize this a little bit. Flip-flop sandal, yeah. Could probably use a good pair of sandals. I don't really have any. Oh no, I have a pair of Spider-Man sandals that are pretty dope. And oh, actually, let's just disconnect these. Set to, I guess I could have just put it at the end here too. Set is pause to true. And then copy paste. That is paused to false. Did Ashley get them for me? No, I think my mom got them for me, actually. I got them a while ago. Took a trip to the Dominican Republic like 2 years ago. And I was in need of some shoes, and the grocery store that we went to had Spider-Man sandals. I'm pretty sure my mom bought them for me because we all went on vacation together. I think. I don't think I bought them for myself. I'm pretty sure my mom did.
false. And then what we can do is just get the pause menu widget, just drag it and get it, and then remove from parent. And then we just go ahead and remove this over here from the screen. And then we're gonna do just get the game pause, drag it, put it over here, and then it's gonna be on pause. So now if I were to press play, you will see I can play the game, and I can press escape. It will pause the game, and this pause menu will actually appear on the screen. Now thinking that I can press escape again and go back to the game, but the mouse doesn't actually appear, so I cannot press any of the buttons. So now to go ahead and do this, what I can do is just go before we set the game to pause when we create the widget. I'm gonna go ahead and set the input mode.
See, okay, so since I have this here, I have this variable. I want this variable to be accessible from the pause graph. But that's the thing I don't know how to do. I don't know how to make that accessible from here. And I think that's what the dispatcher is supposed to be for, which are scary. I gotta figure out how that works still. 'Cause I'm pretty sure if I just like, you know, get or like grab this, paste it here, it's here. It is here. But if I try to hit try to do this instead. I'm pretty sure it's going to give me an error if I try to compile. Yep, error. The property associated with isPause cannot be found in game UI. Yeah, because this variable only exists here, and it's currently not communicating to this other blueprint that variable is changing. So that's what I need to figure out how to do. That's probably going to be my next step here. That's so cool. I've never been out of the country. I'm super jelly of y'all. You know, it's not that more expensive to leave the country than it is to like go anywhere else in the country. It's surprisingly, I don't know what that says more about our country, that it's about the same price to fly somewhere else in our country as it is to fly outside of the country. It's about the same, but flying anywhere is pretty expensive anyway. Like our recent trip to Vegas was incredibly expensive. At least compared to like what I usually spend on things. For me, it's expensive. I'm sure for other people, they're like, whatever.
To game and UI. So the player control will be basically this one. Just plug it in over here. And then the in widget in focus, what we can do is get the pause menu widget and just plug it over here. So now what we can do is one more thing, is get the player controller again. And then we can set cursor to be set show cursor. So now it will be true. So now we can see the mouse and we can control it. Great. And now what we're going to do is do the inverse when we go ahead and close the panel. So it's going to be set input mode to be game only. And then the player controller will be, once again, the player controller. Just go ahead there. And then we're going to go ahead and get this to widget. Just plug it in here and we'll do the inverse. So
Diesel is barking at someone.
False, basically. Great. So it should be basically doing all correctly. We can go ahead and press play, open the game, and we can go ahead and click resume.
I just realized the hairdo this guy put on the default character.
Input mode. This is because we have
I don't know why. That's funny to me.
If I were to go and open the widget, I can just go into graph, go back here, and what I want to do is copy these two things. So set the input mode to game only, get the play controller, and then get the mouse. So we can just go here, paste it, and now this has to be before we remove it from the parent.
I'm excited about my trip to New York, but I know it's gonna still be a bit expensive, but I'm also freaking excited. Heck yeah, I've never been to New York. That's somewhere I'd love to go. That sounds like an exciting trip. I hope you have a good time.
No, if not, the widget will be destroyed and we cannot do anything.
You have any plans while you're in New York? Outside of, just looking around or finding stuff to do while you're there? Do you have anything already like pre-planned?
The thing I want to do is go from before we remove from print and quickly cast to the third person character. So the object is going to be the get player character. That's going to be in the scene. And then we want to set pause menu opened to actually be false.
Oh, you're just casting. Yeah, I guess I could have figured I could have just cast it to the character, but from what I understand, this is much less performant than creating an interface or a dispatcher. Because every time I pause and unpause the game, like this little cast exists in memory somewhere. So I'm pretty sure I would just be creating more and more casts. I'm sure there's going to be someone in these comments talking about like dispatchers or interfaces. That's the whole purpose of a dispatcher or an interface. Let me scroll down. Let me hit Control F. I'm not even reading these right now. I'm just getting them all loaded up. Okay, that's all the comments. Control F. Dispatcher. No one said anything about a dispatcher. Interface. No one said anything about an interface either. Okay, I figured one of the comments would be telling them to use an interface or a dispatcher instead. Seeing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. Nice. That sounds awesome. That sounds incredible. I hope you have a good time. I'll bring y'all back a present. Heck yeah. Just give me a magnet or something. Love magnets. Okay, so I could technically cast to it. Cast a BP ball. And then you do it again. Yeah, so you get the variable from here, get player character. Do I need to get the player character? Player pawn. Okay. Because it is a pawn. It's not technically a character in my game. And then this is pause. I'm gonna set it, or did I want to get it? Hang on. Let me try to remember the logic flow here. I think I want to set it. Yes, set. So I think this will technically work. It not working no more. Oh, it's because I didn't plug it in right here. Look at that. These little arrows aren't connected. Got to actually plug stuff in for it to work. I don't think the engine's going to read my mind about what I want to do. That'd be great, but you know, I don't really trust the Neuralink quite yet. I don't think we're there. Harry Potter, what is your house? Hufflepuff, baby. Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff for life. Wait, there we go. H, right? Hufflepuff. Katie lies and says she's Slytherin when she got Gryffindor. I can't remember what Ash said she was. I can try. Yeah, Hufflepuff, baby. Represent. Hell yeah, twins. Man, I can't remember what year it was. It had to be like 2017, 2018. I don't know if you've ever played Garry's Mod. Very janky game on Steam, but there's just an unlimited amount of like servers created by people. That's really what the whole thing is. Like imagine Fortnite with all the different random servers that you have and you can join in like custom game modes, but like jankily put together in its own game, you know? So like just an unlimited amount of like situations or game modes or scenarios that you can play in Garry's Mod. And one of those was like a Harry Potter game mode that someone had made. You'd join in and you'd like go sit under the sorting hat and it would just sort you into whatever random house. And it's like all like fully like role played. Like there are players actually playing as the teachers. There's players serving as you know, all the faculty and students as well. I'm pretty sure the teachers were like admins of the server. I'm pretty sure Dumbledore was in there too, just walking around. But the house I got was Hufflepuff, and man, the Hufflepuff bros were hardcore. Like everyone else was just like, yeah, I like Gryffindor or Slytherin or whatever, but Hufflepuff was like, yeah, Hufflepuff, baby, Hufflepuff. Yeah, Garry's Mod. I remember one day trying to figure out, why does my computer not have any more storage on it? What is going on? Like all my hard drive space got eaten up. And when I looked up what was taking up the most storage, it was Garry's Mod. And that's because for some reason, I mean, not for some reason, but like just the way you like enter these game modes, like when you click on a game mode, it has to like download all the custom files for that game mode. So there's a lot of like meshes and textures and other stuff that get downloaded every time you play a new game mode. So, you know, dozens of game modes later, there's like so many random files from these game modes that are on my hard drive. It was like 200 gigabytes, I think, that it took up at some point. Whereas Garry's Mod base, like on its own, I don't think is more than like 2 or 3 gigabytes. But just all the extra game mode models and textures and audio and stuff like ballooned it up to about 200 something gigabytes. So that was funny, I remember. Okay, so I think this should be working now. Zoom. Let's go back to VP Ball. If is paused is true, set visibility to hidden, and then turn off the mouse cursor, but that's not happening. Wait, no, I think this is flip-flopped around. Yeah, this is flip-flopped around. That's backwards. I think that's why. Cheap viewers stream. Oh my god! Every week you get these stupid bots that come up in here trying to sell viewers. Let's do this. We're gonna go report spam bots, etc. Spam next. Bot selling viewers. Submit report. And then we'll go with the good old ban. There we go. Account created November 3rd, yesterday. Yeah. And it's always the same website too, that like Streamboo, whatever. But yeah, banned. Oh, you know what I should do is I should block that word from my chat. It's always the same website now that I'm realizing it. I wonder if there's a way to block that. Let's see here. So many little buttons and menus. Just gonna Google it. How to block a word from my Twitch chat. Settings, moderation, then click on blocked terms and phrases. Okay. Settings, moderation. Advanced settings. Just Control F, search the page. Blocked terms and phrases. There we go. What was that? I'm just going to copy it from Stream Elements. The word Streamboo is now blocked from my chat. Hell yeah. There we go. Yeah, I always report them every time they come up. Then I get a message from Twitch saying, we're looking into your report. And by the time the stream ends, I get another email of Twitch saying, we've actioned on your report. We blocked this person. Thank you for reporting. Every week. But just going to block that word. Back to the stream manager. Okay. Okay. So I think I remember correctly, this was working. Okay. So it's when I press resume, it's not properly like getting rid of the mouse. So that's what the issue was. Okay, because the mouse is still up on the screen. So if I try to hit, I hit one, that worked. Okay. But I need the mouse to disappear now. So show mouse cursor, it's empty. I don't know. I don't really know why. Maybe on pressed. Maybe it's just the on released is having an issue there. So let's go to designer. That's right. It's up here in the top corner because we feel like it being there. The difference between on clicked and on pressed. Call when the button is clicked, call when the button is pressed. Those mean the same thing. Next time I stream, I need to do the same thing. I need to start back up my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Highly recommended. Baldur's Gate 3 is a great game. Ashley and I aren't done with the game yet. I have beat it before with one of my buddies, but Ashley and I are maybe like a third of the way through it. About a third, I'd say. We're in the area right before Baldur's Gate. I'd say it's about a third of the way through. think Baldur's Gate, after you get done with a certain mission there, that's probably about the halfway point, maybe. Difference between on clicked and on pressed. Oh, Unreal 5. On pressed, this event triggers immediately when the user initiates a press action on the elements, e.g. when the mouse button is pressed down or a touch is registered on a mobile device. It fires regardless of whether the user subsequently releases the press within the element's bounds. On clicked, this event triggers only when the user completes a full click action, meaning the element must first be pressed and then released, all while the cursor or touch remains within the element's interactive area. I don't want that. I feel like on pressed would be better then. Someone else I know that's beat it. No one else in my friend group has. I've beat it once, or I've seen it. I'm not sure if you meant beat it once or seen it once, and have started up like 20 different playthroughs since. I'm assuming you meant beat it. Yeah, there's like an unlimited amount of ways that you can finish the game. What did I play in my first playthrough? I played a druid. Spore druid. I forget what the actual name of it was, but it was like something spore druid. I had a bunch of like little undead mushroom guys and like regular undead following me. Basically like a necromancer druid. And I pretty much only ever turned into the owlbear because owlbears are dope and they're pretty OP. Ooh, I'm not sure if you remember that one boss. The one boss where you're like down in this little lava pit and there's like little gates of lava that you have to open up. But I saw a video of someone one-shotting that boss using an owlbear. Because I guess the owlbear's damage, I forget, it's like a slam attack, and the damage scales with how high up you initiate that attack from. And as you know, that boss is at the very, very bottom of the room that you're in, and you come down from like a very tall set of stairs. And he just like from the top roped that boss in one shot. Let me see if I can look up the video, because it was an incredible feat. I'm sure if I just search, hang on, owlbear from the top rope. Yeah, I don't even need to put in Baldur's Gate 3. It already came up. Check this out. Let me pause the music real quick.
He wants to smack with his ass.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah, apparently. So, like, we got an achievement for killing him just outright. I don't know if you noticed that.
Okay. Turned into the owlbear. Enlarged. Okay.
Huh.
Oh yeah, your weight
Okay.
is part of it as well.
Okay.
There he
Wait,
goes.
does it scale with how far you fall?
The top
Boom.
robes.
One
How
shot.
much damage did you just do?
892.
What?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So it scales with your height and your weight. And the owlbear, I think, is like the heaviest playable character anything in the game.
Like she over here, she's like,
Fat chicken jumps on boss equals dead boss. Yeah, exactly. So they're in the forge. Yeah, that incredible. One of the best clips I've seen from the game. I remember doing that as often as I could. I didn't beat the boss like that. I didn't see that until well after I beat the boss. It took like, probably like 10 tries to try to beat that boss with my buddy. If I'd have known I could do that, we'd have had it over and done with. Now I want to play the game and kill every mob by jumping on them. Highly recommended. And I think, I bet if you had like, well, no, I don't think you can shoot that high. I was going to say, I bet if you had like a bunch of boxes and a bow and a bunch of arrows of, is it transmutation or translocation? I don't know if you can shoot that high up there, but if you can find a way to get onto a tall stack of boxes, you could probably put in work on a bunch of enemies, no matter where you are in the game. You just got to keep a bunch of boxes in your inventory to jump on top of them or to climb up them. I swear I saw a clip of Matt Mercer playing the game when it first came out, and he stacked a bunch of boxes on top of each other and got really high to this area in Baldur's Gate, and translocated into a section that was like the end of the, like he shouldn't have been there until the end of the game. There's a whole video of a dev watching him do that. You know what? Since we're watching Baldur's Gate videos, I'm gonna pull that up again too. I think it was that top left clip, but I'm not sure if there's a. All right, all right. We're watching a vertical video of it.
Baldur's Gate 3 has only been out for days, but Critical Role's Matt Mercer has already found an amazing way to break the game.
There we go, wooden crate there. That will work.
Oh, congratulations. Now what?
Thank you. That was a big gap there. I didn't happen to have the slick arrow of transposition.
Transposition, not translocate. Okay.
I can go ahead and just teleport myself on the other side. Look at that, on top of the counting house.
That is, to be honest, very, very, very smart.
Baldur's Gate 3 has
Yeah, so if you just have a bunch of boxes with you and you stack them up like stairs like this, and then you just owlbear from the top rope, you can probably one-shot anything in the game. Yeah, love going on Baldur's Gate 3 tangents. Oh man, what was I even doing again? That's right, I'm trying to get the mouse cursor to actually disappear when I hit the resume button, because it disappears just fine when I press pause over and over again. See, like it's disappearing, not having any issues there, but it's not disappearing when I press resume. Is it because it's not full screened? Hang on, let me full screen it and see if I have the same issue. Oh, yeah. It's still doing it. So I'm not sure what the solution to that is going to be yet. Still got to figure that out. Okay. Hang on. There was also the issue. Oh, it's just always full screen now. Oh, how do I? Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, how do I get it back to the regular size? I don't want it to be this size every time I open it. Well, I must go, but put the chitlins to bed. Talk to you later, Abel. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Click the event, find, run when paused, set to true. Hang on. Let me go back to this guy right here. Because I do have, hang on, I do have, which one was set? I think the pause. Yeah, the input action is set to trigger when paused. I'm not sure if that's what you were talking about. Sorry, but as the title insinuates, I'm still a beginner in Unreal in general. So apologies in advance if you mentioned something that I can't really find. I'm sure I'll find it eventually, but let's see here. The event, okay. No, I think that's going to be, oh, because this is the input action. This is like pressing, when I press the actual key on the keyboard. That might not be it. I would really like for this to go back to the size it was before. Whatever. That's probably fine. Can't help but feel like this is some type of issue with the preview, the preview window. It's probably not. I'm sure it's just something that I'm missing here, but figure out what that something is. This might take me a second. Oh, I should also might as well bind that quit button while I'm here. That'll take like 2 seconds. Designer. Quit. On pressed. Oh, that's right. I was going to check if it has anything to do with the difference between on pressed and on released. I did want to try to test doing an on pressed for the resume button. So let's grab that as well. Designer, resume. Oh, that's the text. On pressed. Okay, so let's disconnect the Windows key. Disconnect that, bring that down here. Bada boom. Pile. And I don't imagine why I wouldn't do the exact same thing. I feel like it's gonna. Yeah, it's still doing the exact same thing. It has nothing to do with pressed or released or. Okay. So just big game. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's figure this out here. Did I think I finished that video that I was watching a bit ago. Let's see.
What's up, guys?
Simple
Welcome.
pause. Right?
So if I were to go and open the widget, I can just go into the graph, go back here, and what I want to do is copy these two things. So set the input mode to game only, get the play controller, and then get the mouse.
Set input mode. Yeah, I've got UE open here. Nice. Working on anything specific? I think you just got to unpause before you run your code. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's try that. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down here. So let's put that here. Bring that down here. Yeah, is paused. Okay. Let's try it. So something's not getting through here. Oh, that's what's not getting through is I didn't even connect that. I can't tell you how many times I'll like try to rearrange nodes and then I accidentally just don't connect it. Oh yeah, disconnect the visibility node. Yeah. Yeah, see, because the mouse is still here now. Mouse is still here. When I click into the window, like I have control over it. But at the end of this, it should turn off the show mouse cursor. I wonder if maybe I put the show mouse cursor at the very beginning. Or the hide, essentially hiding the mouse cursor. Let's try that. No, bummer. It works when so the same logic that I had before works from the character blueprint because it's the same. It's essentially just the same logic right here. But it ain't working here for some reason. I don't know why. Try pause, unpause, delay till next tick, run code. Ooh. I'll try that. That sounds like an idea. Delay until next tick. Oh, unpause. Yeah, that should be right here. Let's try that. Else, I don't know. I'll have to do testing myself. This is so weird. That's why I think it might be. I was going to say, I think it has something to do with the fact that the preview window is like its own separate window. It's almost like Unreal deselects the preview window. Like it's not my focused window, and I'm like clicking back into the window. I wonder if that's something I could do as well. Oh wait, no, I want to do this. Let's try this. Oh no, maybe we should put this back at the end over here. Okay, so we'll do set game paused. Show mouse cursor over at the end here. And do it like that and like that. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to like force the window to be the focused window. That's what it feels like. It's almost like a Windows level issue. Like it's not actually Unreal. I could definitely be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but that's just how it feels. We sure the event fires right? Did you print string? Print it down here. Let's do that. Print string. Resumed. And it says resumed. It got all the way to the end, but it's the mouse cursor. See, because the mouse cursor is not even contained to the window anymore. It's just like, yeah, look at I'm highlighting things inside Unreal right now. It's not even in the. Whereas if I pause, yeah, when I pause and it shows the mouse cursor, it's contained. Oh shoot, it's contained to the window. But when I resume with the button, I'm able to just move it outside of the window. So if I wonder if there's a way to like force it to focus on this window. Wait, you fighting the mouse? Yeah, I'm fighting the mouse right now. All right. So when I play and I press, I have it set to 1 right now just because escape by default, it closes the windows. I'll worry about the buttons later, but when I press the pause button and unpause, just using the pause button again, it works as intended. Like that's how I want that to work. This works fine. But see, here's another thing that comes up is when I press pause, my mouse is not highlighting these buttons until I click again, and now it's highlighting the buttons. That's another issue I got to wrangle in and deal with. But when I press resume, see now the mouse cursor is just freely going around outside the window. And again, I'm not sure if that has something to do with just the way the preview window works, the preview viewport, or if it's an issue with the code here with my blueprint. It is concerning that it doesn't just automatically highlight here. I have to click again in order for this to even work. Well, this is probably very low down on the list of priorities of things I should be messing with right now. You could try tinker with player controller input mode. Game only or UI only. Not sure how I would do that. Player controller input mode. Is that a node? Or is that like part of the IMC? Or maybe the input action itself? See, I think because it's actually, I'm actually using a pawn. I'm not even actually using a controller. So maybe, also wonder if that could be part of it. No, because this says get player controller. So this is, oh, that might be it. That might be it. Well, no, because that's the same code from the, no. That's the same code from over here. So that works. What if I try that though? What if I try, let's get rid of the show player or get player controller. Let's do get player pawn. I can use that node and set the input mode. Oh, I can't even. Oh, maybe it does need to be controller and it's the pawn that's me having like the pawn set that's causing an issue here. Hmm. Oh, no, that threw a warning at me. VP ball does not inherit from player controller. Yeah, because it inherits from player pawn, because I'm a silly goose and made it as a pawn instead of a controller. Use that node and set the input mode. Okay, so let's see here. Set input. Oh, set input mode. Because we're unpausing here. Okay, so set input mode to game only. Okay. Let's move this guy over. Try that. That worked. Look at you helping me fix my bugs. Thank you. Yeah, that worked. And then probably the same thing on the other side. Set the input mode to game only. So, player controller. Oh, wait, no, other way around. Yeah, other way around to UI only. That's what I meant. Set input mode to UI only. All right. Oh, that looks terrible. Just the visually, the wires look terrible. Maybe make a function inside the player character you could call with a simple bool to switch between states. That's probably the smart way to do it. Let's see if this actually worked. Look at that. It highlights now as soon. Okay, but now I can't unpause. Oh, and it's because I don't, now I got to go back and do the same thing here. So we'll go set input mode to game only. Boom, boom, compile, play, resume. Ooh, no, it's not, that ain't working, Jack. Okay. Pro step 1. Heck yeah. All right, now I got to figure out why it's not letting me unpause the game. Wait, so what if is pause, I think that's backwards. Do I have these? I think I have these booleans backwards. False is paused. No? Wait, yeah. Yeah, it's backwards. No, maybe it's not backwards. Because if the game is not paused, I want to be able to pause it. Boom. Wait. Maybe these are backwards. Hang on. Let me rack my small brain around here real quick. Okay, so if it's false, I shouldn't be making it false again. And that would be, I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, because this is pausing it. Yeah. Yeah, because this is set. Okay, so that's right. That's still right. Why is it not working? Okay. Time to whip out the print strings. Maybe I should put that at the end, actually. Maybe the most right node has something with mouse options. Oh, show mouse cursor. Yeah, because it sets. Yeah, so unpausing should hide the mouse cursor. And then pausing should show the mouse cursor. That game paused. Yeah, okay. Wait, why did I make a separate Boolean for is paused? There's already like a paused Boolean right here. Might be redundant. Let's try. Let's go unpaused, which will be different from resumed, because resumed, I'll just leave for clicking the resume button. So, I mean, this one works, but I'll just put the print string there to be safe. Paused. Yeah, so something's not happening here. So it's setting is paused. And if paused is true, it should just go back over here. I wonder if it's because I have it set on started instead of triggered. Let's try it out. Oh my gosh. Nope, that wasn't it. So I feel like it was working until I set this up here. So let's try. Here, I'm going to do this. Let's just disconnect that for right now. See if that works again. Yeah, so that works. Now it works. For some reason, is it because I'm using the same reference? That feels like one of those silly things that would cause an issue, but I don't think there's any difference between doing it like this and just doing another get player controller, right? Isn't UI pause also setting the mode? Yes, it is. So that's with the resume button. Paused is paused. Okay. Yeah, it sets it to false. I got conflicting states. That would make sense. Just try to wrap my noggin around. why it's causing them to conflict now. When the UI unpauses, does the bool inside the menu change? Yeah, it says is paused to false. You have escape that uses a bool. Yes, the pause button. It's setting the it's checking if it's paused or not. Then it's setting the bool. So if it sets to true when I pause it, sets to when you press escape, but use the menu to unpause, this bool doesn't change. It is changing when I have this disconnected. Watch. So like, because right now it's not going to unpause when I press the pause button unless paused is true. So that means that when I press pause, it's set as paused. And when I press the pause button again, it unpauses. So it would only do that if paused was set to true. But for some reason, just simply connecting this set input mode to game only, it's not, it's almost, ooh, maybe I should put this at the end. Wonder if just simply putting this at the end would fix that. For some reason, it's not changing that bool now when that's connected. Instead of game only, use game and UI. That might be the solution actually. Okay. Here, let's just set input mode game and UI. Okay, get rid of that. Put that right here. Connect, compile. And then, yeah, down here. That's right. You haven't hooked up the controller reference. Yeah. Yeah, that's man. That's I just keep repeatedly forgetting to do that. I'll unplug and rearrange, and then I forget to reconnect it. That's something I'm gonna end up remembering much more easily, but no, that ain't working. Here, let's do this. You replaced something that worked if you hooked up the controller reference. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Sorry. I think I would like to do this though, and track the bool because I think you still got an update issue. Yeah, I think you're right in that regard. So let me just do this. Let me get plug that in there. Do it like that. Is this going to help? I don't know, but this might be a better way to visualize if the bool is working. Maybe I should put it at the very beginning over here. Yeah, maybe I could just use just one of these and put it at the beginning. No, because it'd have to be after this. That's right. True. Yeah, and pressing it again does not bring it back to false. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there any difference from what I'm doing? I can get rid of these menus right here. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I don't need that right now. Is there any difference between the unpaused logic here and here, aside from just casting to the ball. Because and the input to game only. Maybe the delay until next tick. You know what? Here. Let's bring that down. Let's try this and see if that doesn't work. No, that worked. Okay. I guess I don't even need this delay until next tick, if that's the case, if that's just working. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Yeah, you rarely need that delay. That makes sense. Okay, I'm tempted to just like copy and paste this in here and just remove the cast and see if it still causes that same issue. Casting the ball to set the bool. Yes, from the pause menu, when I hit resume, why not make a function inside the ball and cast to call the function? I don't know. I am not knowledgeable enough yet to know why I would or wouldn't do that. Sorry. An inside ball, you handling the switching. It's all nicely neat in one place. I see. Okay. So like, would that be make a function inside the ball? Okay. Function. And we'll go, let's see, pause, I guess. Ball set cam mode. Like the function name? Is that what you're saying? The set cam mode? Oh, I see what you're, yeah, I see what you're saying. Just stick with pause for now, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I'll name it ball pause. Why not? Okay. And then make it so you can switch between on and off. Copy the working code from the ball. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know why I keep going back to these other tabs up here. I need to go to the event graph. Okay. So let's not get rid, but let's disconnect this for now. Bring this over here. Yeah, get the working code and paste it in. That makes more sense. We will get this here. Disconnect that. An input bool that says like enable pause. Okay. Leave that over there. Bring that over here. That way the UI can call the function with bool false, and this ball can func with it true. All right, we will see how that works out here. Put that there. Bring these over here, this back over here. Those out of the way. Okay, so this I think is the functioning code. Yeah, so that works. Okay. And essentially just put all of this in the function. And that makes sense. Okay. All pause. Paste that in there. That right here. Okay. And then event graph. Okay. I guess I can just, I don't want to like delete it yet. Let's just disconnect it and put it off to the side. I'll delete it once I know that it's working, even though it's the same exact code's already in the function, but I have a backup in case I accidentally delete that function or something. I don't know. Just being safe. Oh, wait, no. Started. Okay. Does that still work? That still works. Okay. No, I don't think the way I have that set up is going to work, because it's got to work separately for each one. Okay. Select func. Look on the right panel. Okay. I'm looking on the right panel. Maybe I need to go over here. I think it's the same. It says input and output. Inputs and outputs. Okay. Okay. Outputs, maybe? Maybe I need the multiple outputs. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. Okay. I see. That makes sense. We'll go unpaused. Unpaused. Okay, that's cool. Paused. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. No. Is it? Wait, maybe I can use those bools. Oh, input. Gotcha. I am the silliest goose. You could add whatever you want. Yeah, you're right. I'm just, yeah. Sorry, still learning here. Guess paused. I wrap my head around how this all fits together. I don't feel like that's right. That's probably not right. Enable pause. Okay. Enable pause. What does that look like over here? Oh wait, no, that's UI. Okay. Oh, that's the function. So I sometimes get those tabs mixed up. Okay. I think I see what you're saying. So if enable paused is true, it goes these tabs. Okay. So then if enable paused is, just make a branch here. Actually, we'll delete that. And so we'll go branch. Should I just delete this is paused Boolean and like promote it from here maybe? Go to UI and call the function. It has a bool too. The backup code uses it. Yes, yeah, you're right. The backup code does use it. Okay, remove it from the function if possible. Okay. Function. We'll just get rid of those. Go, let's do this. We'll go promote to variable. Okay, and then I think a branch. You don't need the variable. Oh, okay, sorry. That's what you were saying. Okay, so let's see. Use the branch you had. Okay, so just like this here then. Or should I bring in read the bool name and connect the right code? Enable pause. True, got it. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay, so I can just get rid of these. Gotcha. Okay. So enable pause is going to be here, here. Okay. Okay, enable pauses. Got it. Okay. False. Okay. Got it. And then I should probably put the, wait, so I guess I don't need this is paused variable. I guess now I'm trying to figure out how call this function with bool true from ball and false from the UI. Okay. False from the UI. Okay, so that has to be, I guess, from here instead. Okay. Enable. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. I think I still need to. I need to promote it, right? No. Mm, you called it different. Make sure you type the right name. Oh. Wait, is it not enable pause? Enable pause? Or are you talking about the function name? Func name, not bool name. Okay, okay, okay. So we'll go ball pause. Gotcha. Okay. Look at that. We're cooking. Okay. Okay. And then that graph. Move the pause node in front. Oh, this one here. Okay. Delete that. Okay. Okay. I see where this is going. Right. And then make sure you only call the function we made, remove the rest behind it. Oh, that's right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Get rid of this is what you're saying. Because the function is already doing that. Okay. 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 Zoom button, enable pause. Enable pause. Okay. That is making a bit more sense. And then now I should have to come over here and then put these inside the function. Set input mode to game and UI. Wait, no, so that should be. Okay, let's try just set it to game. Mode to game only. Okay, and set to UI only. Okay. I don't need that. That function is no more. Do paused. Look, PC reference. Ah, yes, thank you. Thank you. You're right. Okay. Unpaused. Okay. Look that up. Compile. I think that, oh, that's not the right one. I wanted to go to event graph. I don't think I need these here anymore. Just delete those. Compile. Play. Oh, now it's just forever unpausing. I did I did something wrong. Runtime error, access none, trying to read property UMG ball pause. UMG pause in balls node set visibility. So okay, let's see here. Let's go to ball pause. Let's see. I think it said it was an issue inside here. True inside the ball. Okay. Pause. It's bull true inside ball at the moment. False. This one here. Event that calls the function. Oh. Let's see. Oh. Like that? Okay, the resume is working. Now I just gotta turn it off. Inside the function, it's gotta set event that calls the function. Yeah, that was the this guy here. Oh, going back to that by accident. So to flip with the same button, add a flip flop. Okay, I think the issue I was having with the flip flop earlier is it wasn't setting the flip back to A when I was going back and forth between like pressing the pause button and like clicking on it. Um, that might not be a problem this time. I'm not quite sure. Complete beginner, how long you've been at it? Been looking into getting into it myself. Couple months at this point. I only really work on it like maybe once or twice a week, but couple months, maybe about 3 months so far. I've been trying to get all this figured out. And luckily, got a lot of very helpful people, such as Green Coke here, that will stop by and give me pointers and such. Go to the event, add flip flop. Okay. Oh, keep clicking on that. Go to the event, add flip flop. A and B calls func. Okay. So we'll go flip flop. And flip flop A and B call. I feel like maybe this isn't right. But both A and B go into the event. Maybe separate. Oh, and then is A into enable pause. Oh, interesting. Me too. Any recommended resources outside of having chatters to guide you? I started out with a course from Unreal University. Sorry, Green Coke, just taking a second to show this guy. Unreal University. And there's a free course that I did that, to be quite honest, it's enough for like the basics. Um, there's a lot of stuff that it just kind of glosses over, and it is a beginner lesson. So I'm assuming the stuff it like really glossed over was more advanced and just things you just kind of mentioned because it was right there in the menu or the screen that we were on as we were going through like different variables and such. But I would start here. Unreal Engine for beginners at unrealuniversity.com. It's free. There's 37 lessons, but each lesson's like just a couple minutes each. So all the way from like installing down to like, hang on. So introductions, like installing the engine, level editor, like going through different selection modes and like navigating the viewports, levels, loading and such, and actors. Got to set up like a player start, materials, geometry brushes. So some of the stuff is, excuse me, I'm sorry, pretty decently glossed over. There's obviously the longer videos are more in depth. And outside of that, another viewer gave me a suggestion of dissecting the free projects that you can get from Unreal Engine or from Fab. Unreal Engine themselves also have, actually, it's going to be Epic. EpicGames.com, I think. I don't remember the actual website. No, that's the store. Hang on, we'll go to Epic Games. I don't want the store. I want could have maybe it's like on, hang on the official website. Yeah, here we go. There's a learning tab right here. Getting started. There's your first hour in Unreal Engine. I don't remember why I didn't do this. I think it was because the engine version was a lot older. Yeah, it's 5.2 and I had 5.6 installed, which that's, I mean, I could have just downloaded 5.2. I should still do this personally. I should probably also still go through this. So I'd recommend going through here. There's a whole learning section that you can go through, creating your first game, exploring tools and features, package, publish, and distribute. So definitely either Unreal Engine University, which this is like a third-party site separate from Epic, or just Unreal Engine. It looks dev.epicgames.com. Okay. Selecting existing projects can be confusing. Trying to find where certain things are implemented. I tried doing that with the Lyra project at one point. I was extremely overwhelmed. Yeah, that can definitely happen depending on what project you're trying to poke around through. But honestly, probably starting from here would be a good point. I'd recommend either here or this course for beginners. That project is so overcomplicated. Oh, Lyra? Is that I don't even think I know the specific project you're referring to. Lyra, how to walk. Lyra framework. Lyra reticle. Is that like a third-party educator, maybe? Shooter project from Unreal. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, just poke around the learning section. What is this window over here? You see this? There's like a whole, what is that? What's going on over here? You see this over on the side? What is this? What is happening? What the heck? Oh, okay. That was that was a window that thought it was expanded but was not. That's weird. It's multiplayer, and anything multiplayer with noodles is a brain pain. Yeah, I am not even gonna attempt anything multiplayer. Like, ideas for projects I've had are just some simple little single player games. Like I have no interest in attempting anything multiplayer aside from maybe like a leaderboard. And even that sounds friggin' complicated. Oh man. My cat thinks it's time to sit on the keyboard. But unfortunately, you get in the way, don't you? Let's go ahead and put you back in your bed. I'll have to say. Be on the keyboard. And you're back on the keyboard. Okay, well, maybe if you just like scoot a little closer to me, I'll push the keyboard out. Okay, let's try this again. Yes, hi. Hi, how's it going? It is not working, unfortunately. I think it still works. Yeah. Oh, resuming doesn't set whatever necessary Boolean I need. Yeah, so oh my gosh, you need a brush. I'm a web dev. A web dev seeing that nav menu glitch like that triggers me on so many levels. Yeah. That was pretty funny. It's like the menu, it's like the text in the menu thought it was expanded, even though it wasn't. And same with the little widget down there, the expand widget. It thought it was expanded at first, even though visually it was like collapsed. Kitty says, "Why do you hate me? You're my pet. You're supposed to love your owner and pet me when I show you attention." Yeah, she's the star of the show here, honestly. I'm just a side character in her stream. I just try to hog her screen time. Okay, so let's try to figure this out. What are you building currently? So currently I am, well, it's very specifically, I'm trying to like get this pause menu to work. Um, I'm just having issues with. I was able to like have it pause and unpause fine, but I was having to like click in and out of the window when it should just keep working. Um, so I'm just trying to get the pause menu to work okay. But as far as like the actual game itself, these are mechanics I've implemented. So it's a ball. You can't WASD the ball around. It's like a little charge mechanic. So you can charge up like a dash for the ball, or you can like jump, and when you charge it as well, time dilates to 50%, so it kind of slows down while you're charging. I don't know exactly what I want the end result to be. I've toyed around, just thought projects, toyed around with different types of like ball games. Like, I don't know if I want this to be like a soccer ball that you control, or I'm leaning more towards like a golf ball, just like a simple little platformer where I don't know, maybe there's like a big like club that like hits you across a big gap or something that you got to make it to. But I'm just thinking like going to just little platforms, like little putting green platforms, and you got to make your way like across. I don't know if I want to do it like across a long gap or like climbing up to a high point. Probably not climbing, because this doesn't look great when you're like constantly looking from the bottom. So probably across longer gaps. But just something to, figure out all the different basic aspects of the engine. Just some levels that I'll put together with obstacles or moving platforms, such and such. He's making roll guys, yeah. I'd say like Fall Guys. Yeah, looks like some golf with your friends mechanic. They have a jump enabled mode. Oh, they have a jump enabled mode. Nice. I played golf with your friends a long time ago. I don't remember being able to jump. I must have just not gone into that mode. Oh, but as for what's not working, Green Coke, when I hit the pause, oh, okay. So when I hit pause and then unpause, pressing it again, it doesn't do anything. When I hit resume as well, I don't think it's setting the bool for some reason. I don't think it's setting the bool until I press the pause button again, because when I press it, it shows unpaused. And then when I press it again, it is pausing. So it seems to be a Boolean issue here. Let me see, because yeah, I think it was the flip flop. So that was the issue that I was having previously, where I tried to solve that by having the is paused branch instead. Seems like some bull crap. It should work. That's the definition of bull crap. That's a good pun there. Appreciate that. This is some baloney. There's probably so many bull puns you could make. Oh man. You need to track it with the variable you had originally. You need some logic there. Oh yes, that would make sense. Okay, so let's do let's do this. Okay, so let's bring this in. Get, convert to branch. If you want, I can make this super easy. Take it away, make it easy for me. I was thinking maybe just like setting it here, or sorry, getting it here with a branch, setting it back here like how I was before. No, because then I would still need to cast that Boolean. That would kind of defeat the purpose of what we were doing. Get the is paused bool, a get and set. Okay. Is paused, set. Gotcha. Then from get, do a not and feed into the set. So would that be the same as just like pulling the false over here? Or would you recommend I do it like with a branch instead? Not the same. Okay. do a new get. Okay. New get. Oh, wait, not. Bool. All right. Set. Just like that. No branch or anything. Replace with a branch. Okay, so replace, hang on, sorry. Remove input, clear all input from the function calls. Like this here. Are you talking about inputs from over here? Remove this input or just unhook these? You can move the branch to the side and use the bool outcome for the branch. Okay. Use the bool outcome for the branch. Okay. Oh, like this. Like this? Doing another branch? Are you talking about plugging this right over here, doing it like that? Okay. Okay. All right. So we want to move that. Let's get all this over here. Scoot that over. Move that up. Now do the set before the branch. Okay. Got it. Now remove the input and check your function calls for any errors. Okay, so delete the enable pause input is what you're saying? That, oh yeah. Yeah, so remove this parameter. Okay. Okay. In use, enable pause no longer exists on node ball pause. Please refresh your node. Oh, I think it's talking about no. This here. There it is. Okay. You think I should wait, where'd that go? Think I should remove the flip-flop? Go to the ball and call this function. Okay, I'm in the ball. Still got the flip-flop hooked up. Yeah, so let's get that out of there. Compile. Okay. Let's give that a go. Okay, so that did fix the resume button, not like setting the bool to unpaused. But now I am not able to. Oh, you know what? But to UI only. Yeah, so it's not, I'm not able to unpause now. So I probably need to check. Oh no, that's what this is doing. If it's false, Goes down here to unpause it. I'll try this here. I feel like this did happen last time when I had those hooked up. Just want to test it and see if that changes anything. That does change it. I feel like we're basically back to where we were before, with the branch that I had when I changed the get to a branch. I don't know why the input. Ooh, what does flush input do? No, I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if that's what I need. Do a print string on the bool. Okay. Let's do. Actually, we'll just do this. After you set the bool, just set. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. That would make a lot more sense. Okay. So let me scoot all these over. I'll replug that back in over here. Okay. Print string. Boom. 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 Oh, that's right. Here, let's go back and just plug these back in because the inputs were disconnected. Yeah, it's flipping fine. For some reason, when I plug in the set input modes, that's when it's causing an issue. So it's something to do with those input nodes. You're still streaming. Thanks for stopping back by. I'm not sure how much longer I got on. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. Okay. Yeah, at some point here, this is going to work. Go back, please. Okay. I'm here, Green Coke. Check the set visibility node. Okay. 1 is not correct. No, this one's set to hidden. This one is set to hidden. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, it's a little kind of, the text is kind of small. Yeah, it's small. I almost wonder if there's like a zoom setting or like a text enlargement setting because I stream in 1440p because that's how big my monitor is, but sometimes it makes it harder to read the smaller text. Hold control. Okay. And zoom. Oh, look at that. It's weird that it doesn't let you go that far in without pressing control. I guess that makes sense. It's just whatever it determined is the 1 setting. Easy. I had to put the chitlins to bed, then played some Battlefield with the hubby. Now I IDK what to do. Oh, you're playing Battlefield 6? Been playing a bunch of that lately. It's been fun. Do unpause. Okay. before you set visibility. Okay, let's try that. Moment ordering is wrong. Okay. Not add to viewport. Okay, so let's do this here. Oh, before add, hang on. Down here, okay. Alt, Alt, Alt. Words of affirmation. I will remember to plug in the nodes. I will plug in the nodes. I will plug in the nodes. And pause top line at the end. Okay, at the very end. All right, let's try that. Yep, out of 4 games, we won 1, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's rough. Sometimes it's hard, especially when you're in a party with someone else. I feel like when you're playing by yourself, you usually have more balance in even games. Sometimes it's harder when you're playing in a party because it'll try to like just having more than one MMR in the party can cause the games to feel more and more unbalanced. Okay, let the unpause at the end. Okay, I will replug them in. I will plug in the nodes. I will plug in the nodes. Gotta drill that into my brain. Okay. And I just don't want to work. Let's see here. We got paused at the beginning. We got set paused as false at the beginning. So when I press the pause button and press pause again, it does not unpause the game is the issue. So I'm pressing pause right now, but it's not unpausing. Resume works just fine. Pressing pause and then pressing the resume in the UI works just fine. But here, watch, check this out. The event doesn't fire. It's not the code. This event, I believe, is firing. Just watch, check this out. Because as soon as I disconnect, maybe it's not firing because the input mode is set. Yeah, because as soon as I disconnect the yeah, I don't know why it's not making it past like the set input mode, because when I compile, oh my gosh, I don't even need that. I don't even need the set input mode to UI. When I had that set input mode to UI, it wasn't working. Now it's working. Oh, that's why. That was why I had that there, because now the purpose of that, maybe set it to UI in game. Let me try that. Set input mode to game and UI. Get rid of that. Plug that in there. Try this now. Yeah, because the issue I was having before was that I had to click again on the window for me to be able to even highlight the buttons without this. Let's try it like this. Hey now, that's working. Look at that. Yep. Pause, unpause, it's working. And every time I pause, it starts highlighting the text. I don't even have to Okay. Yeah. So it was the input mode. That makes sense. It literally just changing set input mode to game and UI rather than just UI. It worked. Oh, you know what? It's because when I set the input mode to just UI, it's not considering the controller on the ball, because pausing the pause button, that is an event on the ball itself. So if it's only considering UI, it's not going to know that I can press the pause button again in order to unpause the game, because it was like, no, we're just focusing on UI right now. Forget all the other stuff. That makes so much sense. I get it. I get it. I appreciate your help so much, Green Coke. You've been a huge, huge blessing here. Clean ass pro function now. Yep. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that is working. Look at that. And quit. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, celebration. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I can get rid of any of the code that was just floating around here. Ball pause. Beautiful. Get rid of all that. What is this again? Unused dash cooldown. Oh yeah, I probably don't need to keep this around. This was, I remember it had like a cooldown on the dash itself. I don't think I need that anymore. I could probably just delete that. That's easily recreatable. What other random bits do I have? Unused rotate arrow. Oh yeah, I still have the freaking arrow and sphere in here. That's right. So previously I experimented with having the dash direction be controllable with like a rotating arrow, but it was hard to rotate it and have the camera like be in the right spot. I was trying to like freeze the camera and have an arrow rotate, which this worked. I was able to get the arrow to rotate around it. I just like parented it to a cube that got no collision and it's inside the sphere. But I don't think I need to use that anymore. Get rid of that. I'm definitely not going to have that arrow. Ooh, maybe the arrow. You know what? I'll leave that in there for now. Because I'm not on the ball itself, but I think anytime because I want to have some type of like golf club, like a giant golf club that'll hit you and you go flying. No, maybe that should just be its own just loose thing. I don't, because I'm thinking maybe have the camera like position itself in a spot and then have the arrow like point where you're going. But no, I think it should just be like a free form obstacle that just hits you when you're in the right spot. Take a step back now and let others chat. I feel like I'm taking chat hostage. No, it's good, man. You feel free to feel free to chat as much as you want. That's like the whole point of the stream here is I'm just bumbling around, figuring stuff out. And when I do something wrong, it does help when a chatter comes in and lets me know what I'm doing wrong, especially if you see it immediately and you're like, oh, you just changed that. Just do that. Because again, I'm a ditz with Unreal Engine right now. I'm still figuring out everything. Can hit me with a giant golf club? Why would I do? Because you committed the crime of being a cute little golf ball, and your nature is to be hit by a golf club. Unfortunately, that's your destiny. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have an arrow control where the golf club hits you. I think it's just going to. Well, no, because then you could give the player the option of like rotating the golf club with the arrow. That feels like too much control. I don't want to give the player too much control. I want there to be some like chaos with, trying to line yourself up with obstacles as well. So I think my final decision is I'm getting rid of the arrow. And that also means I can get rid of this little sphere. Not the sphere, the cube. It is technically a cube, but I think it's like infinitely small right now. Yeah, I can just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Cool. Reply formatting broke Mr. Squid. Oh, I can see Mr. Squid perfectly fine. Yeah, he looks perfect. Squid's head's in the center, and you got the elbows right outside of that, and then the little arms on the outside of that. Yeah, it looks fine to me. It might just be like whatever device you're viewing it from messed it up, but it looks good to me. Might be it's 7TV or something. I have a pill element after my name before the squid, which pushed the squid into 2 lines. Oh yeah, I'm sure if it wrapped around to the next line, it would look weird. But at least in the chat window I'm viewing it from, like, I'm just looking at the window in OBS right now. So I use Stream Elements, and it's just the little Stream Elements chat window. It looks fine to me. All right. So I think my goal after this, now that I've got the pause menu working, is to have some type of, I guess, main menu, because I want to get the level switching down where you can go from level to level to level, and then make it easy so that I can just add levels and switch to new levels. So some type of like basic main menu, maybe. Once I have the functionality down of like going into the main menu, then clicking on like start or clicking on the level, then I'd like it to, then I'll be able to fill out the levels like with stuff to do, obstacles and such. I guess that would mean I should probably have like a selection grid of levels rather than just like having to click continue or start. I think I'll go the route of a selection grid that feels maybe a bit more beginner friendly, and then just lock off those selections depending on, you know, if you completed the last level or not, rather than trying to figure out like a continue function. Or it's visibly to me, it sounds like it would make more sense. It might not be, but I think that's the choice I'll go with. And then the options menu is probably going to be very last, like the last thing that I do. Maybe outside of the visuals. Maybe I'll do options before visuals. No, I should probably do visuals before options. Because I guess I'd have to figure out how to make graphic settings. That sounds like a nightmare. Oh my gosh, trying to figure out a graphic settings menu. I want to make visually, I want it to be like as simplistic and kind of cartoonish looking as possible. It'd be nice if I could do it to a point to where you don't even need to change the graphics. Like it just runs on a potato and looks okay. Like I'm not trying to do anything high fidelity. I know this is like one of the high fidelity setting projects, but all of the like probably like Lumen and I don't know, just all the high high resource intensive options, I'm probably just going to disable and turn off. I would like it to run on a literal potato if possible. Wonder if these controls would lend themselves to playing it on a phone. Probably not. Wonder if I could experiment with making a version for mobile. That sounds like another challenge. That's really the whole point of this project, is trying to come up with a game that lets me explore the basics of making a game in Unreal. So yeah, I guess the next thing after this would be a main menu. And then selecting levels from there. And then I can easily just make like a start and end point for the level. Like once you get to the end point, you beat the level. That'll mark it as completed. But I think that is going to be it for tonight. So I do appreciate y'all stopping by. Thanks for all the assistance, Green Coke, and me too. Appreciate y'all hanging out. New faces are always welcome. And of course, Mrs. Bumtastic. You are a loyal follower here. Thank you so much. But yeah, y'all have a great night and feel free to stop by next week. I stream every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Central time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever time zone that is for you, that is when I stream. So if you want to come back, I would greatly appreciate it. I love just having company while I figure all this stuff out, and then maybe eventually this will turn into something. I have not quite figured out raiding yet, so I might save a raid for the next time. But yeah, I think we're probably just going to close out the stream here. But thanks, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out. Have a good night.